tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Jets. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane. Doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Down, 30 base.
3, Mike, pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Steve Griffin.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
53, Mike 53. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
The drive will start with an option going left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
No gain on the play.
Yeah.
Now 3rd
Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Ready.
Back to throw here. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Five.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Big rip.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A 62-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
A 1st down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got Herndon, his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6-0 our score after one. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with 4th down and 1. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learned more about them in their 1 loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think we would say the same thing about Kansas City because of how they got pressed, but we'd also say the same thing about Detroit, how they played Kansas City in that game.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They're going to try and throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
We're going to sack. 44, Mike. Check. Let him know.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 27-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Bell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go, set. 44 to Mike.
Darnold on first down. And Thomas has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job. Hey, writing down your ad-lib.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
But can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time, but that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal, and then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt, and I think that they are improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go play action here on first down. Looking into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking deep now for Amendola. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And that's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That second down play nets a -4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Evades him at the 20, and it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Darnold now to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Herndon's got it complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On first down, it's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Check nickel, red 80.
Here's Darnold. eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Bell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Faking the give. Darnold. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go again with McKissick. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brandon Copeland. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Copeland able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A first down throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some space here. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway. Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes. I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out. Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
High 7. Ready?
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on fourth down, but they're going once more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance.